I was driving alone through a remote stretch of highway in northern Nevada. No towns, no streetlights, no traffic, just a straight road cutting through darkness. At 2:16 a.m., my dashboard clock flickered, then it stopped. But at 2:17 a.m., I noticed the silence almost immediately. The engine was still running, but the sound felt distant, like it wasn't fully there. About a mile ahead, I saw a car parked on the shoulder. Its hazard lights were on, blinking slower than normal. I pulled over a few feet behind it. The driver's door was closed. The interior light was on. Someone was sitting inside. I walked closer and looked through the window. The man behind the wheel wasn't moving. His eyes were open, hands gripping the steering wheel. He looked alive, but frozen. My phone vibrated in my pocket. No service, no apps open, just a lock screen notification. Time, 2:17 a.m. I turned back toward my car. The headlights were on, but the beams didn't reach the road. They stopped abruptly, as if they had hit something invisible. I heard footsteps behind me. Slow, careful. I turned around. Someone was standing a few feet away. It was me. Same clothes, same face, same phone in his hand. He looked at me and raised the screen. My phone vibrated again. A new notification appeared. Do not stay past 2:17. The hazard lights went out. Sound rushed back all at once. Wind, insects, the hum of the engine. My clock jumped forward. 2:18 a.m. The parked car was gone. So was the other version of me. I didn't stop driving until the sun came up. Later, I searched that highway online. Buried in an old forum thread from 2009, I found a single sentence. If you see yourself at 2:17 a.m., you've already stayed too long. Every long-haul trucker knows at least one road they won't drive. This one had a rule. No one enters it after midnight. I heard about it at a rest stop in Arizona. 3 veteran drivers went quiet when I mentioned Route 491. One of them finally said, "If you're on that road after 12, don't stop, no matter what." I didn't take it seriously. 2 nights later, I was driving that route at 12:38 a.m. The road was empty. No houses, no exits. 5 minutes in, my radio turned on by itself. Static filled the cab. A voice came through. "Pull over." I shut the radio off. Then I saw someone standing in the road. A woman, barefoot, facing away from me. I slowed down. The truck dropped to 0. The engine was still running. My foot was still on the gas, but the speedometer didn't move. The woman turned her head. Her face didn't look right. Her mouth stretched into a smile that didn't fit. She pointed toward the passenger seat. Something slammed against the inside of my trailer. Once, twice. The radio burst back on. Same voice. "You stopped. They get closer when you stop." The speedometer jumped back to life. I accelerated as hard as I could. In the side mirror, I saw the woman moving toward the truck. Her legs weren't running. She was sliding. At 12:59 a.m., the road abruptly ended at a normal highway. Everything went quiet. At the next way station, an older driver looked at my route log. He shook his head. "You're lucky," he said. "Most people hear knocking for the rest of their lives." I didn't tell him that I already do. Every night, at 12:38 a.m. If you enjoy real, grounded horror stories, you might want to stick around. I was driving through a stretch of highway in western Utah just after midnight. The road was completely empty. No exits, no buildings, no signal. I passed a mile marker, mile 72. A few minutes later, I passed another one. Mile 72. I checked my speed. 65. I kept driving. 10 minutes passed. Another sign. Mile 72. That's when I noticed my GPS had stopped updating. The map showed my car moving, but the distance never changed. I pulled over and stepped out. The night was silent. No wind, no insects. I walked back to the last mile marker and ran my hand across it. The metal was warm. Behind me, headlights appeared in the distance. A car was approaching, slowly. Relieved, I waved. It didn't slow down. As it passed, I saw the driver. He was staring straight ahead, hands locked on the wheel. His face looked stiff, like he hadn't blinked in a long time. The car disappeared into the darkness. Seconds later, its taillights reappeared, coming from the opposite direction. Same car, same driver. It passed me again. I got back into my vehicle and drove. Mile marker, 72. That's when my radio clicked on. A voice spoke through the static. "You missed your exit." I didn't respond. "You already turned around," the voice said. I looked in the rearview mirror. The headlights behind me were my own. I slammed the brakes. Everything went dark. When my car came to a stop, the engine was still running. So was the radio. "This is where most people stop," the voice said. I closed my eyes and accelerated. The road suddenly opened up. Mile marker 73 passed by. At sunrise, I checked online. Highway records skip from mile 71 to 74. There is no mile 72. If you watch this till the end, comment "still here." I read everyone.